3.
Welcome to TropiCurl, everybody. June 2027.
Sure.
2025. Today we have Team Furta versus Team Brady.
Yeah, that's right, folks. We have a Bucks on Bucks matchup here. We're all looking forward to it. This is the Zemansky commentary team. We've got Jasper, we've got Jonah, and we've got me. My name is Houston Zemansky, and we are ready, as we'll ever be, for this commentary. Boys, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Yeah. I think that Team Brady is going to win.
That's a bold prediction, but we'll have to see how the game plays out, right, huh?
Well, I am rooting for that team.
Well, we shouldn't choose sides. We should be objective as commentators, right?
Yep.
Can you explain what objectivity means to me?
No.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know sometimes myself. Here comes the first rock. This is the red team. I don't know which of these teams is which. I have no idea, buddy. Looks really good. Calling for a center guard, and it looks like it's going to round up right around there.
The person in the duxo is sweeping, it looks like.
This might go a little deep, but that's really nice center guard there. Just biting the line.
Okay.
So what would you guys call if you're skipping here?
What is black and white and red all over?
It's a good draw here. Let's see. Sweepers are on it right away.
Almost. It's almost here. Almost here. Almost here. Almost here.
Yeah, it's coming in. It's coming in nice. Let's watch.
Coming nice.
All right.
Looks like it's gonna go in the circle. It is not.
A little bit deep.
Yep. A little bit too deep.
All right. Hey, we have to be a little bit selective.
Okay.
Red team is for the thank you, Cassie. That is super helpful.
Oh, what team is getting it? What team is getting it? What team is getting it? How good is he doing?
Team Furta throwing the, looks like they're trying to throw a guard here, and this looks really good, guys. It looks like it might end up right on center.
Yep.
Yeah, just curling down.
We don't know.
Hey, if you don't have the hammer, that's a fantastic shot. Look at that. Clogging up the middle. Back up, guys. Back up.
They don't have the hammer. They don't. Is it Team Pittsburgh?
It is not. None of these teams are from Pittsburgh. These teams are from Bucks County. That is around Philadelphia. It's a beautiful curling club. If you've never been, you should go.
The hammer, if you know.
Thank you for informing us. So Team Brady trying to draw around here, but this looks like it might come up a bit short here.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna hit the rock, that's for sure.
He did. All right, so now Team Furta's got a choice. They've got arguably 2 rocks in the house right now.
Someone is, he's like almost there. Yeah, he's gonna do this.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do this.
Dan Pearson throwing that rock.
Team Brady throwing the Yellowstones.
No, this is Team Furta throwing a red. Dan Pearson throwing a draw here. That's a really good shot. Look at that. Just ending up just past T.
Wait, that
right at T. That is a fantastic shot from Dan Pearson.
I'm almost right.
We gotta be calm.
So
Jerry will win that battle.
now it's Team Brady's turn. Like Team 40 is gonna be the Team 40. Sweeping. Team 40 is gonna win, I think.
Here comes the rock.
Here it comes. walnut.
Oh,
a little
good
bit
hit.
too hard.
No, that's okay. That turned out really good.
I still think Team 40 is gonna win.
You need to back up. Hey. Hey. Baby Collins. Collins Breeden has joined us for the commentary quickly. My sons are finally distracted. I can call a legitimate rock here. It's a good looking rock from Dan Pearson, a little bit wide, but it should curl up really nicely down to Joey Magneto, our sponsor there from K&J Magnetics. Look at that, right on Joey Magneto's hand.
Ooh, yep. Team
Oh,
40,
yeah.
I still think Team 40 is gonna win.
All right, thank you for your opinion, Jasper.
Wow, that's his short name. Let's
guys-
see.
You
We
guys
don't know.
All right, no cowbell.
I wonder how that got over there.
It's gonna deafen people.
Let's see.
All right, Team Brady
Team Brady.
throwing a hit
Team
here.
40 is still, I still think Ferda. Team 40.
I know it's Ferda.
Team 40.
This looks really good.
Team 40.
Look at that. Spreading things out. All right, spreading things out. That's not a bad result here.
Great shot. I still think Team 40 is gonna win
I know you keep saying that.
because look, they're like having like so
This
close.
is, buddy, this is the first end. It's a lot of curling left. You gotta be patient.
Let's go. Let's go. Team Brady, let's go.
We're not picking sides, guys. Ferda's Wade Norquay coming in here, trying to get around. It looks pretty good. Looks like we're gonna end up right about top 4.
Ooh,
And that is
good
just a deadly shot.
That is a
Wade
great
Norquay.
shot, Team Florida. Wait, Zona, can I put this in the quick can? Zona, I'm gonna put this in the can. No, I will.
Small argument about who's gonna put the can in the can crusher. Wow, good delivery here from Team Brady. Just a touch wide. It's tough judging the ice in the first end like that.
Well, yeah, I think that Team Florida's gonna win.
All right, Jasper,
Okay.
your opinions are noted. And at this point, I need you to refrain from predictions. Just commentate on what's happening in the game.
Well, there is a red.
You see, Team Brady's throwing the rock right now.
Well, you do, ladies and gentlemen, there is a red in the middle of 2 yellows.
That is absolutely correct. It looks like Red's trying to draw down. They might be trying for a guard here, Jasper. What do you think?
Oh,
Guard the right call here?
yeah.
I think that's a really good shot, guys.
Makes
Makes it very tough.
So good shot. Now there's a yellow in the middle of 2 reds and a red in the middle of 2 yellows.
I would love to figure out how to telestrate this because I would call for our people here. That looks like they're playing this run back.
Well,
Team Brady on it hard, sweepers all the way. Can they hold it out enough? No, it's gonna overcurl and they'll get a little roll under. This isn't bad here for Team Brady. Giving yourself options for later. Hey, you gotta give good advice if you're gonna be on the
He
mic,
bumped
right?
his own teammate out.
That's okay.
It's okay. But my brother doesn't think so. Well, still is. Well, it is good. Can you open this, Daddy?
Yeah, sure.
Woo, yeah. Team 40 is like doing it. Team 40 is doing it.
Well, this is Team Ferda. Chris Mahoney with his first here. Skips rocks. A little tight here. Sweepers are on it right away. Oh, they might just let this one die because I think we're going to overcurl into that pile up front. And that's not a bad result at the end of the day because it's not a lot to work with here if you're Team Brady. What would you call here, Jonah? They're calling a draw to the button.
Let's see. So the red rocks are almost lined up with each other, and it's pretty good shot, but not the greatest. Well,
Yeah, it's tough. I think we 3 red rocks to 1 yellow.
Team Florida doesn't have the hammer, so you know.
Yeah, we know.
No, ow. Hello.
Looks like Team Brady is trying to draw down. They're just trying to bite the button here. If you can stay in front of that red rock in the back of the house, in the back of the 4-foot, they're in really good shape here to guarantee their 1 and maybe squeak out a 2.
Where did they get these stickers?
I don't know. Skip from Team Brady, drawing it down here. Touch wide here, perhaps. And it just rolls through. All right, so chance now for Team Footer to put the pressure on.
Yep, they're doing it. They're putting the pressure on. I know it.
I know it too. So if they put another one in here, Jasper, they draw against 4. Jasper wants to tell a joke. Go ahead, buddy.
Why didn't the first baseman get to dance with Cinderella?
Why not?
Because he missed the ball.
Ah, good joke, Jasper. Thank you. All right. Yeah, Chris Mahoney is drawing. Not quite yet.
Well, wait, look. They're doing action. Look.
What are the sweepers doing here, Jasper?
Putting on speed. It looks like they're putting on speed.
They're putting on some sweep. I'm going to curl this rock a little bit here at the end, but I mean, that's in a really good place. That makes that draw really tough from that side. No. Now you got a decision. If you're Team Brady, if you're Team Brady, so here's what we're looking at, Jasper. We got 3 rocks for red in the house. We got 1 rock for yellow. Got another one up top 12, but I don't think there's any way you're getting rid of all 3. So thinking about how they can make this count for 1. And it looks like a heavy draw down. I agree. That's probably the right call here. So here we go.
Team Brady is gonna flow now. Team Brady is gonna flow.
Yep, here it comes.
Here they come. Here they come.
There it is. All right, rock's on its way. Sweepers are on it. They gotta be on it hard here. Gotta get around that red guard up front. And sweepers are right off.
Oh, yeah.
So that will most likely
The sweepers like got it out of the way.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like it's going to be a steal of 3 for Team Ferda.
Just so you know, this is what's going out live, so if you want to switch, hit the transition and all these flip-flop.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that. Dusty just informed me that there is a magic button to transition the feed that I have not been doing, unbeknownst to
Where is the button?
everyone. So I apologize for that to all our
Where's
watchers.
the button?
It's right here. It's called the transition button. So,
Can you press it?
all right. Team Ferda starting off. Vinny Bursey throwing a guard up. Hanging out there a little bit. They're going to try and bring it in. And just a corner guard, that one ends up, so.
Well, like, I don't know. Well, I think that Team Florida's gonna throw now. Magic what, guys?
This is Team Brady.
Oh, he was a fruit right over there.
This is Eileen.
Oh, Bill, what?
Eileen's first
Don't,
round.
oh, what? What's the magic what?
All right, Rock is on its way. And another corner guard. It's not a bad spot to be in if you're Team Brady here. You got 2 corner guards already to work with. It's looking pretty good. Rock's on its way. Let's see here. Sweepers are on it. They're trying to bury it under that corner guard. It's looking pretty good. Gonna bite just on the T line. It's really not a bad shot from Team 30. Uh-oh. And Daughter's foot is caught in the chair. Team Brady's looking to draw down to that one. Smart call here. Rock is on its way. Sweeper's right off. They need to curl a little bit here. It's taking its time, and it looks like it's just going to go right through. Had some tricky speed changes from the first to the second end here for certain. This whole Bonds field. So. Rock on the way from Team Ferda. Just looking to nestle down to their other one.
Daddy, what? Why is there a pencil? What's that pencil for?
This is looking really nice. It's going to curl up. It's probably just going to be a nice guard. And nice counting guard. When you're the team without hammer, the more rocks you have in the house, the more pressure you put on the other team. This is a nice house if you're Team Ferda. You're controlling the game at this point. Now, the call here.
Okay, everyone. Team Florida, I think, is gonna throw a rock.
Well, you're absolutely incorrect there, Jasper. Team Brady is throwing a rock right now. And it looks like it's just going to squeak past everything once again. And now Team Ferda can put on the pressure.
Daddy, how do you write knocked out?
Chris Mahoney with the
How do you
call.
write knocked out?
Just just trying to draw
Daddy, how do you
Right
write
up.
knocked out?
to this area.
Daddy! 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 Daddy!
Here it comes. No.
Just Daddy!
Rock on its way. Needs to curl a little bit. You don't want to give your
Daddy!
you want to give your opponent a chance. That's looking really nice.
How do you write knocked
Now,
out?
the only trouble here,
How do you write knocked
you
out?
may be leaving the double.
Daddy, how do you write knocked out? How do you write knocked out? Daddy?
At the end of the world, at the end of the day, that's not the end of the world. But
Can I swallow some stuff?
that's certainly what they're throwing. It's got a curl here. They're making to hit the rock.
But Daddy, can
All
you
right.
put some
Remember this?
Not terribly
It's pretty
bad.
hot. You might have to wait.
Marie has brought us some penne,
You're welcome.
and that is just fantastic. I'm not sure how to erase the telestrator here, so bear with me here, folks. Ah, there it is. There's a big button that says clear. That's really nice. All right. Team Ferda, just look at the nose hit here, spread the house out, make it difficult to score two. That is not appropriate, Jasper. That is not the correct pen. Here comes the rock. Sweepers are right off, but it looks really nice. Just right on the nose there.
They're
Now
all going good, Team Florida.
that's right. All is going good for Team Ferda. So now you're just hunting for one. For Team Brady. Two rocks left. You might be able to manufacture something if you sit nicely on that rock in the forefoot. So really precise hit and roll coming down here. And then trying to sit right around there. You might have a shot for two, but this is looking like it needs to curl quite a bit. Sweepers are on it for Lion. It's looking really good. Get it over there. That's a great shot. Really close. So now,
Almost made it over there. Almost to that redstone.
almost to that redstone. That would be a frozen rock. That would have been really good. So now Team Ferda. Skip Chris Mahone. Sorry, this is not the skip. This is the Vice. Vice Dan Pearson. Wow. Vice Wade Northwest. Apologies. Really nice shot there from Wade. And that does a lot for you. Your Team Brady, you're kind of grasping at straws at this point. A couple shots that come to mind. One of them, I think, just sitting right here. Make them think about guarding that.
Can we do
The ultimate call here, I think, is coming right into there.
some?
Sitting right between these rocks. Give yourself some options. This is difficult no matter what, and the sweepers are deciding what exactly they want to do, and this rock looks like it's coasting right through, so unfortunately that means Team Ferda. Team Ferda is looking like they're just going to put up a guard here, and that's the smart choice.
Please. Can you tell me what to draw? Can you tell me
Sure. Can you put the rock right there?
what?
So Team Ferda's looking for a guard.
What do you do?
right about there. Joan's gonna try and draw it on the telestrator.
What?
Put it right on the K.
Where?
That way.
Huh?
Right there.
Right.
Just touch the screen.
Okay.
See how this works for you folks at home. You gotta touch the screen, buddy. Right there. That's where that guard's looking to end up. You take away a little bit of that draw. You take away any possibility of the hit. You can see where he's pointing the broom there. Wade Norquist putting the broom down for Chris Mahoney. The only reason I'm saying these names confidently is because that's the team roster sheet that I can see. The other one's a little bit out of my comfort zone. Rock is on the way from Chris Mahoney. Sweeper's right off, but it's looking like it'll curl in pretty nicely here. Coasting a little, but you're probably going to end up right about back four, right on the tee line. So now, perhaps a breath for Team Brady. And they're pointing to it. They want to put that rock right on Joey Magneto's hand. Can you guys draw a rock right on Joey Magneto? See Joey Magneto, his hand right there? Put a rock right there for him. Good try.
Now do a line like this.
Yeah, I think they want to be, Jonah, I think they want to be right about there. Maybe right about there. Then you're forcing the other team to guard, and you're probably only giving up one at the worst. You might have a shot for two. So
So that's the one we're looking at, right?
Team Brady. First draw here. Trying to plug that rock right in there. Let's see. Rock on the way. Looking pretty good. Sweepers are right off, but it's got to curl up here, and need a little more. They're urging it over. It just is gonna slide right past. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, as my son would say.
Daddy, can I draw? When the game's over?
Well, right now, Team Ferd is looking to really limit the scoring zone. They're trying to put one right on the K. Jasper, you can touch that K with the marker. Just hold it down on that, and that should tell us straight to the folks at home where they're trying to go. That's okay.
You said yes.
You'll get a chance the next time. Here comes the delivery from Chris Mahoney. Thank you, Cassie. Dan Pearson on this hard. Sweeping. They think it's light. Now they're waiting. Now it's switched up. Good sweeping, good judgment by this team. And they need this rock to curl a little bit. And we're looking. I mean, that's about as good as you can do. That's really nicely done.
They need to get up
Even
right
if you
about
hit
where
nose
they-
with about peel weight, you're maybe scoring one. You're maybe limiting the other team to one. So guys, they're talking about some options here. Jasper, I'll let you draw this out, but we'll decide what they we'll see what they decide. Looks like they're calling for a piece of the pin here, so they're probably just drawing down. This is tough. Second end. No, thought better of it. Early ends here. They just want to hit. So you're gonna draw a line right here, buddy. Right down the middle. Trying to get some rocks moving. Trying to hit that right on the beak. That's good. Right on the beak. Hopefully you don't throw that line. Hopefully you throw it right about there. Get some rocks moving, and you're probably cutting the other team down to 1. And if you hit it perfect, Mayhani. All right. Maybe I'll try that. Let's see here. Rock is on the way. Skips rock, last rock of the end. It's looking pretty good here. Sweepers are on it really hard. And that's not a terrible result. You're cutting the opponent down to 2 when they had 4. You know, of all the shots there, not the worst result. You can draw a smiley face if you want. Jonah's gonna draw us a smiley face. Uh-oh. Doesn't look very happy. Let's clear that. Clear that. Some extracurricular drawings on the board. That's okay.
Sorry, everyone.
If I knew how to do the team scores, I would be putting that up, but Dustin Devine's the only one with the power to do that. Looks like a center guard's the call from Skip Chris Mahoney. Vinny Bursey. A little deep for that. Got about just biting back 12 there. Could turn out being a useful rock here for Team Brady. Gotta score in bundles here at this point. 2 or 3 here. Delivery on the way. Perhaps a bit hot, although that is starting to curl quite a bit. I'll watch it come down. Nice overhouse view. Should be a comfortable 3 guard. Oh, it's going to go all the way in. Just about T-line. All right, now decision is on. No decision at all from Chris Mahoney. Putting that broom right next to the rock. We're getting rid of it. Sweepers standing by. We're going to watch this rock come in together. And looks pretty good. Did the job. Got rid of that rock. Essentially a blank slate. I don't think that's the shot they want to throw, Jonah. I think they're looking at splitting the house here. Just minimize any possible damage. And I apologize. That is not at all what the call is. Team Brady, corner guard. Rocks coming in. This looks pretty good, folks. Should be a decent, about 2.5 guard, 3 guard. Really, really nice. That's how you start manufacturing an end. And Team Ferda. probably just want to guard that up. Might want to put it right on Joey Magneto's face. Dan Pearson with the delivery. This rock is on its way. Sweepers are on it. This is looking really nice. Just gonna curl probably right to the button. Yep. Good drawing, Jonah. And I really don't think you mind that if you're Team Ferda. As many rocks in the house as you can get. Looks like Team Brady's trying to draw behind, get a rock in. And then they're going to play the double game here. So this delivery on the way. Looking pretty good. Nice nose hit there. Really good to keep those two around, too. Those are catchers. Those are helpful for you. The more rocks you can keep in the back of the house, even if they're opponent's rocks, they're going to be helpful if you're trying to score points. And that is exactly what they're trying to do, Jonah. Dan Pearson throwing the rock. Here it comes. We'll watch it in together. And it's looking like, oh, a slight jam, but not really. Okay. A little bit of breath for Team Brady. Make use of that corner guard. They're going to try and draw around. There's a lot of lines on the screen right now, and that is courtesy of my son Jonah. Here comes the delivery. Sweepers are on. This is looking really good here. Sweepers right on. They got to get around that guard. They got to drag it in. Oh, wow. What a shot. And that is just plain helpful. Mahoney taking a look. It's second shot, but it's there. Thinking about whether it's worth it to get rid of that. And yeah, that's absolutely the call. We're going to peel this corner guard. We can't mess around. Here comes the shot. Third, Wade Norquist. Way. On its way. Looking good. A comfortable peel. Oh, even better. Can't teach that, folks. That is a run back double, and that is just impressive. Now, Team Brady looking again. Come behind that corner guard. Sweepers on right away. Just hugging the center line. They really have to go here, and this is looking like it might come up just a bit short.
Par for the course.
There it is. Drawing W's out there. The peel's the call from Chris Mahoney. We'll see what happens here. Wade Norquay. Stone on the way. Sweepers right off. Looking really nice. And that will just about clear out any threat. Although Team Brady looking to put one in behind here. Delivery on the way. line looks pretty good. We've had a lot of curl. Sweepers just need to be aware because, man, has the rock been curling. There it goes. They hang around for shot. This could be dangerous. And they do. Decision time for Chris Mahoney. What are you calling here? Long run back. Bit about that board hack weight shot to get rid of that yellow. And that looks like the decision. Calling about a hack weight. Okay, go. Got about a hack weight shot here for Chris Mahoney. Just a tick. If you get to nose, that's wonderful. Delivery on the way. Perhaps a bit tight here. Dan Pearson on hard. And they are just going to clip that top rock and spill a little. Spilling in. So Kevin Brady. A little bit of a decision here. I think they are shot. They're talking about that. A couple calls they're talking about here, Jonah. They're talking about putting it in somewhere right in here. To be 1-2. It looks like that's the call. Although they may have changed their mind. There's also this hit and roll, right? So you can hit that. Roll center. It's a little bit safer. Not sure what you're drawing down there, buddy, but it's something. All right. Kevin Brady. Into the hack. Pensive, thoughtful. Pause here. Nice delivery. Sweepers not touching it quite yet.
Like the line, hoping it slows down a little bit.
Welcome back, Dusty.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, I think if this sits on that back one, they're in really good shape. And it just needs to curl a bit more, and it is probably third shot at this point.
Yeah, so I would say that yellow they're addressing now is first, red on top of the magnet is second, yellow in the back there on the center line is third.
Yeah.
But interesting, you can't really try the double there because you might jam that yellow back onto the red in the back as well.
Yeah, I think you're just nosing this yellow. If I'm Kevin Mahoney, I'm just Chris Mahoney. Kevin Mahoney is someone else.
Yes.
Who's Kevin Mahoney? Why is that name familiar?
He's got like an existential thing, like in Fight Club. His name is Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson. That's what it is. All right. Stone is on the way from Chris Mahoney. sweepers are crushing it right away.
Trying to hold that line.
Really got to hold it here. A transition. And here it comes into the house. And Jonah, thank you for that. But all right,
Just a little thin.
little breathing room here.
Want to hit a little thicker there and try and keep that shot stone around.
Little breathing room here for Team Brady, and they're gonna need to come down here. Get a little roll, right into there, and that's the idea.
Well, this is also Hammer. Do you hate just the straight draw? You have.
I don't, Dusty.
You
I
have-
think I'd be
you
calling
just
for
need
my skip
full,
to draw.
Full 8 foot, and you have this entire left side of the house.
I'd be annoyed if my skip wanted this hit, but I'd probably just defer to them regardless. So. I'm annoyed with most things my skip does. Don't tell him I said that. Could be the iron talking. All right, delivery on the way.
Hammer's on the way here. Although really taking the hit here, you make the hit and roll, you get 2.
Yeah. And they're pounding it. Sweepers are on it, on it, on it,
And
on
it's
it,
not
on
gonna
it.
hold.
It is not going to hold. Can they get the one at the back? And just right through the port. Red's going to score 1. That's going to make it a 6-0 lead for Team Ferda. And that's a rough one. Shake of the head from Chris Mahoney.
Really like the weight on that too. I think just didn't get out far enough maybe to get that broom.
Dusty, what are you doing the raffles?
The raffles are being put right now.
Okay. So we'll all learn soon who's the ultimate winner of this Bonspiel.
Yes. Our fearless treasurer Allison is pulling all the raffles now and marking down the respective winners. That's why we, when you signed up for a raffle, we asked you to go ahead and put down your name and your phone number so we can more easily get in contact with you guys for the winners.
Big, gigantic shout out to Allison. Tirelessly working, keeping all the money where it needs to be. She's in the pockets of Steve Buffington. I'm sorry,
No.
into the curling club.
Cannot. That's.
No corruption here, folks.
So a nice center line guard there, placed by Ferda. Here to start off the 4th end with a 6-1 lead. Just stepping in here. So how's it been? Has it been close? Has there just been some tight key misses?
Yeah, there's been some tight key misses. There were a couple ends that could have been really, really troublesome for Team Brady, and they wiggled their way out. But ultimately, just not quite the execution where it needs to be, and it's showing a little bit. Team Ferda's making more shots. Jonah's drawing all sorts of stuff on the telestrator here. See ominous things here.
Well, it's interesting to get the eye of curling through a child's perspective.
Yeah, I don't know if this child's watching curling or just
I don't know. He was
receiving alien messages.
He was
I'm
drawing
not
the
really
rocks down as they were coming into the house for those hits. So
Rock is on the way from Team Ferda. This is probably a bit wide, but it'll do the job, I believe. Here it comes.
just hit a little touch roll out there, which
Yeah,
is
that's
fine.
totally fine.
Up 6, you don't
If
mind
you're up 6,
losing
you
a
don't
rock there.
You're getting rid of yellow rocks no matter what you do. All right. Need guards. Need guards if you're Team Brady. Throwing a corner the other way.
Well, I always find it fascinating because when you watch the professionals, you watch the Olympians, everything looks so simple, so hitting, we just do this and everything. And then when you play, you realize that, it's the finesse shot. Sometimes that little, just having the right line, the right weight, it's not all just, it's not all. And I started blasting, you know.
Yeah. No, it is frustrating to miss a shot by an inch and realize that is the difference.
Yes.
You miss a hit by an inch and suddenly your team is losing and perhaps should have been winning. Dan Pearson delivering the rock here. Jonah, thank you for the drawings. Rock is on its way. I'm not sure what the call was. I think they're trying to draw around that top guard. It's looking really good for that. Sweepers might need to be on it a bit here, but it looks really decent. Just curling around. Wow. And that is exactly what you want from your second. That really makes it tough.
Beautiful shot. Poking out a little bit on the side there, but through a port that could be potentially dangerous. And I always kind of like to call those little peekers, like, I dare you. I dare you to try and get that. And wisely here, deciding not to elect, let's just see if we can try and come around underneath our corner guard.
And that is starting to go. So they are crushing it right now. Go, Sweepers, go. It's coming in. We'll see if they can squeak around here. It looks okay. It looks close. Oh, just a tick. They're biting. They're biting.
Not too bad, though.
It's something.
Calling for the hit and roll underneath there, but that can be potentially tricky. There's
it's
not
tough,
a
but
lot of room on that.
If there's any second on the East Coast, I expect to make this shot. It's Dan Pearson. My role model is a second. This dude's pretty good. Here comes the rock on the way, and it is really nice. That is pretty much perfect from Dan Pearson. Get that rock out of the way so it can't be used by the other team, and you're still sitting one under cover.
Yep.
And you're making Brady make that draw again. And that's not an easy draw, Jonah. They're trying to draw. If you want to be the telestrator, they're trying to draw right under here. Sit one. That's tough. Rock's on the way.
Sweepers on again, trying to hold that line. Stones are really curling this afternoon.
They are, Dusty. It was fun earlier in our matchup this morning, and it just really went. But that one's going to end up a bit short from the looks of it. Biting. I mean, that's not too terrible. Chris Mahoney wants nothing to do with it. He's saying, "Get rid of this, please. I don't care." There can be no yellow rocks in the house. And when you're up 6 in the Bonspiel, you're saying, "Yeah, I don't want that. I don't need that. Please, Mr. Wade, Norquay, blast this rock out of here." So Wade's got his delivery right here. Looking good. Stone's on the way. A little bit of a push, sweep call, perhaps a bit wide, although...
Might be up on the guard. They're trying to hold it.
Trying to hold it. And off and on the guard. I mean, Dusty, that is totally fine, right?
Remember, the important thing is there you didn't want to flashing risked your red rock there back in the 4 foot, so maybe not the yellow rock they were particularly going for, but the key is one yellow rock went away.
Got a nice connect the dots here from Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
All the red rocks make some sort of shape that he is figuring
Well,
on.
if this turns out to be a potentially fruitful end here, we're gonna have to call that shape, name it after him.
Yeah, we'll have to. It's
I'll
the
work it into my
Jonah
strategy.
line.
Yes.
Rock is on the way. This might be a run back attempt here, and folks, it's looking pretty close. And it is really, I mean,
It's very nice.
That's really nice because Now you're dealing with a rock in the back of the house, and Chris Mahoney's saying, hey, hit this rock again. I told you to do it the first time. Please do it this time.
Well, that rock in the back of the house, although it's shot now easily, you can draw down to it,
Yes.
use it as backing. It's completely
useful.
exposed.
Thinking about sweeping here. Not quite yet. Here it comes. Rock on its way, and it's going to hit and roll under. What a shot. That is really impressive. That's that inch we're talking about, Dusty.
Yep.
That's what you want
Yes,
at this level.
you could have used maybe 1 inch more towards center to try and stay underneath that yellow, but definitely enough to make it get away and come back across the house. Now you're bringing your other rock into play as a catcher. Kind of a Adirondack chair formation there.
Very intense. Here it comes on the way. Rock is in, and it is just gonna kind of do a thing.
Gets enough
Try and
though,
sweep it through, and it is. It's
Gets it out, gets enough of it.
So now you're looking if you're Team Ferda, you're probably just trying to cover that other red up or split the house completely. Make it really hard to blank. Make it almost impossible to score 2. They're talking about it.
Yeah, just at this point, just peeling the guard,
Yeah.
keeping it completely open, give them nowhere to hide with their first skip stone.
I agree, Dusty. This is the safe call for sure.
And so now yellow looking to come down to that. Sits behind the center guard as the call on its way in. Broom sitting out about the edge of the 12-foot, trying to make its way down. But the sweepers are on it, trying to hold the line. They don't want this to overcurl early onto the guard. Now they're off of it. Safe, can it check up before it gets to the back of the house? Here it comes. Trying to turn and grind to a halt. And it's going to stop just at the back of the button. Very nice draw there. Still probably a good 2/3 of that rock exposed on the side. But this will be able to let them draw down or even make a play to hit it. But yellow really hoping that they flash this, giving them the chance to try and get 2 and start climbing back into this game. So last rock here, coming down for Team Ferda. Sweeping hard, trying to keep it off the guard here. Sweeping to try and hold that line straight. Now off of it. Watching that rock come in. getting by the guard. Is it going to curl over and catch enough of the yellow? It ticks the side and actually bumps it over and jams on the red stone, sitting in the back 8 foot. So now yellow sitting shot with all of the 8 foot to work with to try and draw and get their 2 here and climb back into this game. And with only one lonely center guard there, you've got plenty of room here to try and make its way in for a second point. And now with hammer, Team Brady trying to draw the 8 foot. Stone is on its way. Sweepers just cleaning in front, now holding a little bit, trying to sweep hard, sweeping harder for the line now, trying to preserve the line. Does this stone have enough weight? Needs to get some legs and get into the 8 foot. Can we get there? Starting to curl as it crosses the hog line, heading down towards the guard. Just sneaks past the guard. Can they get it deep enough? Can they get it deep enough? No. Just going to check up on the top of the 12 foot. But still, one crucial point there for Team Brady here. Starting to come back now after 4 ends with a score of 6-1 for Team Ferda, leading out of the Bucks County Curling Club. So now as we start here on our 5th end, giving you a quick update on the score here on the sheet. 6-1, very nice. Thank you to my telestreamers. And thank all of you tuning in and watching here. We hope we're at least giving you some good curling action and providing a little bit of entertainment at the same time.
Jonah, you gotta come eat.
First stone here for Team Brady is a nice tight guard, trying to be a little closer to the center. Should get the job done. Now Team Ferda trying to draw into the wings. It's going to come very nicely and finish up right there behind the tee, and just a little over, just a little cleaning sweep to get that out the back. So now still a clean house. Team Brady going to try and draw again. This one going to probably try and come a little bit into the top of the house. Stone's got a little too much pep on it though. It's not quite slowing down. It needs to hit the brakes, and it's just gliding right through the house. And they're going to make sure they sweep that out the back. So Team Ferda dodging a bullet there. Now quickly back into the house again to try and draw down to the other side. They had the line. The line was perfect. They just need to check up on the weight a little bit. And now the stone coming into the free guard zone, coming down. Again, drawing towards that left-hand side. This one, much better weight. It's going to settle just about the back 4 weight in the 12-foot ring there. And sometimes I don't mind when you throw into the wings there because it's really difficult for teams sometimes to get out there in the weeds and make a good hit.
What?
Yeah, what is that?
This is wow.
Why?
I don't know. We have to ask Jonah.
Stone on its way down here.
That one's pretty big.
Coming
I'll
into
try
the
that.
house.
There you
Whoop. This one's going to come to rest just in front of the house. Again, guarding up that 4-foot area. Team Brady trying to really block up the middle there so they can try and have a chance at stealing. I just didn't know where you went. And now we're after our 5 rock rule, so Team Furt are going to clear these guards, start clearing the guards to open up the middle for their skip to draw in at the end of the end. Stone on the way as it's coming down. Sweepers are just running with it, just watching it at this point, and it's just going to come into the top of the house and just missed the yellow rock. So, fortunately, a big flash there for Team Ferda. Now Team Brady trying to really capitalize on this. They need to get one in the house under cover. Maybe even trying a little tap and split on here. Stone's on its way. Stone coming on in. Definitely gliding here. Sweeper's now trying to sweep a little bit for distance, but we need to make sure we curl off through the guards. Come to rest there. And perfectly resting there on the top of the house.
Okay, yeah.
Team Further going to start trying to peel some of these rocks out there. They could be peeling this guard, but looks more like it's trying to come on in to the back of the house. Just clips a piece. Did they get enough to get it out? Sweeping it hard and just gets it outside the rings. Nice hit there by Ferda. Team Brady electing a little tap up here. Tapping the guard into the house there. Sitting shot, but didn't get the roll underneath of the guard, and the shot rock now exposed there on the left-hand side. So, Ferda now going to take a nice shot here at the rock. Looks like it's hanging out possibly a little wide there. Sweepers are keeping it up with it. And it makes contact. Just got enough of a piece of that to kick it out. Splitting both those out there, so now sitting again. Shot rock And instead of trying to hit this out, they're going to try and draw around and underneath.
We gotta go. We're gonna hang outside.
Rock's on its way nicely here, coming on in. Sweeper's just guiding it, just escorting it down the lane there. Nice little tap. And a good weight there. Get it to just top of the tee line, but maybe want to get a little more nose on that so it doesn't stick out the right side there. It's Team Furter now just going to take a run at it. Trying to get a little hit and roll here underneath that cover. Really try and set up their multiple ends. Does get the inside hit and rolls under. A little heavier than they wanted. That's going to come to rest back 8 foot. And actually, both of those rock exposed now. Here on the left-hand side, they're going to play the double. Try and get this rock to come on in. Stone coming in now. On its way, line looking okay. Might be a little bit light though. They're trying to sweep now, trying to hold that before it starts to curl, and it's already started moving. Plan B now, can you tap in your guard into the house for shot? Making contact, sweeping it hard. And it will settle in there for second shot. Or sorry, for shot. Shot rock and behind guard now, so good setup there for Team Brady.
I don't think we had a chance to restart it before during the scrape.
Oh, is it acting weird?
The overheads are real delayed.
Okay.
That's all. So.
So further peeling the guard there now, trying to expose the shot rock successfully. Forcing Team Brady now to try and draw underneath to their other shot rock, or the other guard. And try and keep the multiple end elusive for Team Ferda here in the 5th. Rocks on its way. Sweepers don't seem to mind the weight of it. It's coming over nicely here as it approaches center line. Now trying to make sure they get it, start to get it over and get buried. Going to come in very nicely there. Very nice behind the guard. Coming to rest just about the top of the 4-foot. So now that shot is shot rock. So a very difficult shot here, trying to pretty much have the double. If they make the double, they will walk away with 3 points. Any kind of miss, though, could potentially result in a steal of 1. Last shot on the way, they're gonna just hit just off a nose this time. Not gonna have enough to roll over, clear some out the back, so a crucial, another steal here for Team Brady here. Now it's 6-2, and now you start to wonder, did someone figure something out? Put the pressure on as we head now into the 6th end. So a steal of 1 in the 6th now, making it a 6-2 game here as we head into an all-important 6th end. Team Ferda going to have to try and stop the bleeding there. You don't want to give up another steal and give them hope that they can pull this off, steal their way back into a tie or possibly a win. Team Ferda from the Bucks County. We have another Bucks on Bucks clash here. Ferda throwing the Red Rocks here with Hammer in the 6th. Team Brady with the Yellow Rocks trying to set up a steal again. This time, based on a broom, I'm not sure if they're trying for a hit or a draw. It's kind of the same broom for both. The weight will determine the shot call. Stone on its way down. Definitely going for a draw here, seeing if they can draw over to underneath that center guard, but this one checking up really hard here and going to come to rest as another center guard. This one touching the center line. So Trevor, what do you do now? if you were Team Ferda here. You pretty much have a rock exposed. You have the lead though, but you can't start peeling guards yet.
This is always a tricky situation. You're kind of always caught in between. You'll see teams make some interesting choices when you get into a spot like this.
This is where there's no right or wrong answer. There's just bad answers. And the bad answer pretty much would be do not promote one of those guards into the house for the other team. Just as long as you don't do that, you can set up kind of whatever you want here.
Do not promote a guard and don't leave a guard either unless it's, maybe perfectly covering your own stone.
That's getting pretty close though, so I would say you're exposing, you still have maybe half that rock, but it's on the outside, so very near impossible to hit that rock and stick around the ring. So if I'm going to tempt you with a peeking out of an edge of a rock, that's the edge I would leave you and say, I dare you to try and hit this.
Another thing that determines strategy here is you're on a timed game, but you're ahead of pace, so you're going to get your 6 ends in.
Yep.
So this is not a matter of you can give up 1 or 2 and know you have hammer in the 7th and not have to worry about it. If you give up 2 or 3 here, that other team still has 2 ends to keep fighting.
Team Brady electing to ignore it and get a nice draw. This draw is going to settle perfectly. Top of the forefoot, just off of Joey Magneto's thumb there, underneath center guards, and now Team Ferda having no choice but to start peeling.
Yeah, if you're Ferda here, though, still not too bad. Double's not always the easiest shot in amateur curling, but still an opportunity here. Thanks to all you out there on the live stream with us. Trevor Matthey here taking over for Dusty. He's got to go prep for his draw here. The big sexy curling company still alive in TropiCurl, so he'll be playing in a few minutes. So another guard thrown and another peel on the way from Ferda. And again, able to get one of those guards out of the house, or out of play, excuse me. And they're happy to just continue to remove those guards. Force their opponent to continue to throw them, protect their stone. Ferda does have hammer here in this 6th end, so they're just happy to keep some space opened up, give themselves room to work with their skips rocks. And a very well executed shot there. Makes a very lightweight hit. Rolls over slightly underneath the yellow stone. And that leaves Ferda sitting 2. And now a hit on the way to try and return the favor. Can they get it across their own stone? No, they can't. Just needed 2 more inches of space there to operate. And now their stone that ended up crossing the house is likely going to go away, although it looks like some discussion here amongst the team on what exactly they want to do, and they may elect still to peel the guard. Sweeping this one all the way, trying for the angle on the double, won't quite have it. Jams into the yellow stone. And now that actually reopens the steal opportunity a little bit. So we'll see what they're able to come up with here. So we'll see what kind of shot they're able to come up with here. And unfortunate there as that stone just sails on by. So now some discussion here from Ferda on what exactly they want to do to try and continue to keep this open and not leave Team Brady any room to continue to try and get a steal here. If you're Team Brady, though, you're in a tough spot. You're either trying to steal huge points 3 ends in a row, or at some point you actually need to try and give up a score of 1. Yes, you go down another point, but you give yourself hammer and a much better opportunity to put together a big end. So a draw on the way here from Ferda. Team Ferda skip trying to throw this one to where it gets right down on top of their stone in the 8-foot. They're pushing this hard and digging for every inch they can get. And they will not quite get the freeze. Those rocks will stay separated by about a foot. So a double opportunity. Still there for Team Brady. And you can see the sweepers waving their hands. They're begging that rock to come back across. It's going to just get the smallest little rub, but not enough to stay in play. The ice for this draw pretty quick. 14.2, 14.3 second hog-to-hog time for draws, which equates to pretty quick ice for the club level, and that means that if you're wide on just about any shot, it is unforgiving. That's going to leave Ferda with a hit for a big end. They'll make contact, score 5. And that will be handshakes here in the 6th end. So Ferda takes down Team Brady with a final score of 11-2. And that will put Ferda on to the A event semifinals. And for Team Brady, well fought, great weekend here for them. Hung around in the A event, but it is lose and you're out day here on a Saturday at a Bonspiel, so that will be sending Team Brady home for the weekend. A little Bucks County on Bucks County crime taking place. That'll do it for us for this broadcast. 2 more draws this evening, so we hope you'll continue to join us. You can also flip over to our other stream. 3 games still in progress. All 3 of those games fairly close and looking like they're going to go 8 ends, so plenty of action still out there on our YouTube channel. Thanks again for joining us, Trevor Matthey for the Pittsburgh Curling Club. Have a great evening.